everyone, Kelly here, and today I just wanted to share with you my September TBR. And this will be a quick one because like I said last month in my TBR, I'm not gonna talk about all the books that I'm thinking I'm gonna read because I am a big mood reader and I keep changing my mind. So I'm just gonna share with you the books that I'm currently in the middle of and will be finishing in September, and the books that I'm buddy reading. So I actually have 5 books here. So I know I'll be reading other things, and I have lots of ideas of what I want to read, but that'll change. I also think I might participate in Contemporary-a-thon later in the month, and so I'm not going to do a TBR ahead of time for that, because I just kind of want to see what I'm in the mood for when we get to Contemporary-a-thon. So first of all, I'm in the middle of 2 books right now, and they are Dumplin by Julie Merphy, and this was one of the options that I was going to read for the reading rush, and then I ended up doing a different book to movie adaptation, but I was still interested in reading this so I could watch the Netflix movie. And this is a young adult contemporary about a girl whose mother kind of runs a pageant in the town, and she is not the traditional beauty queen type, and she decides to kind of defy the stereotype of skinny girls being the ones that are in the beauty pageant, and decides to go for the beauty pageant. And I'm about halfway through. I'm finding it a little dull, but we haven't gotten to really the whole beauty pageant thing. It's just kind of the setup of her life so far. And so I'm hoping it'll get better. But I'm halfway through. I'll finish it hopefully this week or something. And then the next one is Inspection by Josh Malerman. I'm also 50% of the way through this. And this is a kind of I don't know if you would call it a dystopian, maybe dystopian suspense. There hasn't really been much suspense lately, more dystopian. And this is about a group of boys that have been raised their whole life in this tower, and they're kind of part of an experiment where they're separated from the rest of the world, and any distractions, women, all that stuff. They've never met a woman. They don't know anything about regular life. They've just been taught what the organization wants them to be taught, the parenthood, I think that's what they call it. And they want to see if the boys will be smarter and contribute more to society by not having any distractions. And this one I'm also not loving this one either. I'm kind of in this last couple weeks of books I'm not loving, but it is getting more interesting at this point, so hopefully I'll finish this in the next couple days. And then I have 3 buddy reads, and all of these I'm really excited for, so hopefully my reading will start looking up after finishing some mediocre books in the last couple weeks. I am buddy reading The Lost World by Michael Crichton with Amanda from The Curly Reader. We both read Jurassic Park recently. I think she just read Jurassic Park last month, and I read it I think maybe 5 months ago. I don't know. Sometime this year I read it, and I loved it, and I've not continued on to the second one. So that'll be an exciting read. And then I have This Mortal Coil by Emily Suvada, and I think this is kind of a dystopian or sci-fi about a time when we can change our DNA by hacking into it and kind of look however we want. I'm not really sure how it works exactly because I didn't look into it a lot, but this has been a popular book. I've heard a lot of people talk about it and enjoy it, so I'm excited. I'm doing this a buddy read with Merphy Napier's Patreon group, so there's a bunch of us, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is a duology, and I think that would be nice to have just a 2-book series to read from. And then I have oh gosh, sorry, my porch is kind of damp, and so I'm realizing my books are getting damp. Oops. And I am going to hopefully read The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. This was on my August TBR that Tia from Tia and All the Books, we were supposed to be reading together, and both of us kind of failed at the buddy read. We had 2 books we were buddy reading, and we kind of focused on the other one, and this one just kind of got put aside, and so we decided that we were going to move it to September. So we are going to get back on track, because I think we were only, I'm only on chapter 6, so very much at the beginning. So we're going to focus on this one, and this is kind of a historical book covering several generations, I believe, and I don't really know much more about it. So those are the 5 books that I will definitely be finishing in September, and then I will mood read the rest of the time and hopefully participate in Contemporary-a-thon. If you have read any of these books and want to talk about them, or have any books for Contemporary-a-thon you're really looking forward to, let me know. Thanks. Bye.